Hey everyone, it's Raleigh. Today I'm planning the week of June 5th to 11th in my Hobonichi Cousin. And I'm going to start, as always, by putting some washi tape on kind of the top and then marking out the bottom section. I've actually got an order, I think, coming from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo later this week, which has some cool washi that hopefully I can use next week. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put the washi kind of at the top and the bottom. And I'll start by just filling in my work label that I use. So most of the stuff is from this June kit, which, yeah, it's one of my favorite color palettes. And I just like the sort of, cheerful designs in these ones as well. And I'm fortunate because this week at work, it's the first one in a while where it's lighter in the sense that I don't have as many meetings, and I'm fortunate I work from home, although I do occasionally, go out and host meetings, etc. But I usually have quite a few meetings with clients over the web and with colleagues as well. And although I enjoy it, it has been busier lately and it has been a little more draining. So this just happens to be a week where there isn't quite as much of that, which gives me time to do, one, kind of the rest of my job that supports that. But also, I just tend to have a little more mentally, more energy and more bandwidth to deal with, to get some more of my own stuff done. So I want to try and do that this week and get June started off right. I'm still a little, shocked that we're in June. So I at least want to make it as productive a month as I can, just mainly because it makes me feel better when I get things done. So I'll start just by filling in the appointments that I do have. So I have one, Tuesday at 10, Carolina. And then I think I'm also going to, since I'll be out, I need to stop by my actual office to drop something off. And that's out by my parents. So I think I'll put a little sticky note there and it'll give me a chance to see my dad, which is great. Isn't that design so cute? And yeah, I really like using these kits just because it kind of makes everything kind of go together nicely. And so even if you aren't as, creative or, good at putting things together, these kits are great because everything kind of coordinates on its own. What else do I have? Okay, yeah, so garbage and recycling. And then, on Saturday I've actually got, going to have some time with my mom. We're going to go to the outlet, so I'm going to put that in there as well. And I think that's actually it for kind of specific things, which leaves a whole bunch of time, hopefully, to get some other things done. So my plan is to kind of sort things I want to get done by different areas. So kind of home, wellness, tasks to do, and hopefully, get a few of those done each day just to get some kind of momentum going. It's been a good, especially the past few months. It's been good, but it's been busier. And so I'm kind of happy for this week where I, just have a little bit more time and space to get ahead on things as well. And birthday reminder too. So the way I'm setting it up this week probably isn't, with this specific list may not be what I'll do every week, but I'm going to try and use it this week because, I just want to really use the opportunity to kind of get ahead and get some momentum going on things. It's nice now that the days are a little bit longer, but when I am, busier at work or I have a lot more meetings, I find mentally I'm a little more drained. So this week should be a little bit easier that way. And it'll also, I think I'll be more willing to do more than just kind of my usual stuff. Like I always do my usual housekeeping and taking care of things, but this week I want to kind of tackle things. For June, I've decided that, one of the things I'm going to be focusing on is my home. So I want to do a lot of kind of purging and organizing. And when I do it in like little bits, I really enjoy it and it makes me feel really good that it's done. And I think, well, you should do this more often, and then I don't. So I'm going to try this week to make a bit more of an effort. So like home will be one of the categories. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of have kind of check boxes, maybe a goal of like 5 things I want to get done. And then underneath, I'll just make a list of kind of possibilities, things that I think should be the priority, but they may not be exactly what I choose, and that's okay. But yeah, I haven't used these little check boxes in a while, so we'll see how this goes. And yeah, and I was just over the past couple days as well, I was sort of, a little bit under the weather. And so I was watching a lot of kind of videos and planning things, and people are so creative, and it's really interesting to me how everyone uses their planners in different ways. So I'm still, and this is my first year in a bigger planner like this, so I'm still trying to kind of figure out what works for me. And I think what works changes too. So this week's an example of I'm going to use it maybe in a bit of a different way than I normally would, because the goal is to get some specific things done. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and make a list of a couple things that I think will be good options if I set aside time to do a home task. The things that I think will, give me the most value and hopefully keep the momentum going in the right way. And then the plan is to do a similar list for other categories as well. I'm thinking probably wellness, some tasks, and then just connecting with family and friends, because that part's important as well. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on with that. All right, I'm back, and I have just finished up the last section. So yeah, I had the sections kind of as I mentioned, and then family and friends I want to connect with, and then some tasks that I want to get done. I think there'll probably be a couple more added there. So this is, I do, I guess, kind of have versions of this list each week, but this one I really want to try and focus on getting all of these things done. And and I want to add I do like having a next week section. I do have my weeks that I use as more of my sort of on the go, always sort of write stuff down, but I think it's good in here also because then during the week, if I think of something, it just gives me a place to put it. And so I'll just make a note of the things that are happening next week. And sometimes that'll twig me to something else maybe I do need to get done this week to prepare. Let me see. Just grab my other calendar and yeah. So I've got a few things next week. Another good reason to focus more on this week is next week is one of the only time each year actually that our company kind of has all the staff get together for a couple of days, which I'm very excited about because this will be the first one, I think, since the pandemic, really. Yeah, because we've done virtual, so it'll be nice. I work in a really great department. There's 6 of us, and then I have a wider group of colleagues who I speak to, but this will be the first time of kind of everyone actually being together for a couple of days. So I'm really looking forward to it, but it is going to be, a little bit draining. So it'll be good to get some momentum. All right. And next up, I think what I'm going to do, I did this last week as well. I think I want to put kind of specific to-dos each day. And because with my work, this week I don't have like big chunks of work time out. I can just kind of use the main part of each week. So I think I'm going to just use kind of these covers as background and put to-dos. All right, so I've got all the to-do labels there. And I'm thinking too, I think what on the left-hand side, okay, this is going to be kind of similar to what's on the bottom, but I think I want the left-hand side to sort of track the overall of how well I've done on these things. So we'll put that very summary, cheerful sticker, and I think I'll just put important because these are the things that I'm going to be focusing on. And then I think what I can do is kind of underneath there list the sections and kind of how many of them I hope to, of those things I want to get done this week. And then maybe even think of a reward for myself if I get them done. So maybe I'll use the same categories. I'll do it for house and for home and wellness for sure. And then I'll think about the other ones. But those are the two things where I want to get a few things done in each of those areas this week. So I think that's what I'll do. And we're back, and I had steps away and forgot to record. So here we are. I'm mostly done. So on the left, I've used the 4 categories I had in the bottom. I have them down the left with sort of my goals of how many I want to get done and a reward. And then I also under the to-do section put kind of highlights for prompts for them as well, for the days that I want to do at least one of those activities. I think I probably in the future would just do a list and maybe just put like colored dots instead of writing out the headings again, but this will work. And yeah, a few other stickers here and there. So a bit of a different system layout for me, but I'm hopeful that it will work. We'll see how it goes. It'll be a bit of an experiment, but I hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.